What up, YouTube fam? It's your man, Logician. And I want to talk about something. You know, we talk about issues. No matter what issue you want to talk about in our society. The fact of the matter is, most people, and I did some other videos on this, but it was more geared toward like just black people. But most people in our society don't realize, especially here in America, that we are all a part of one big gigantic mind control project. And the fact of the matter is that the nobility, the aristocracy, the ruling leaders, the elite, or whoever you want to call them, the people that up top that control the government, the military, and the financial system, have always sought to both subjugate and control people in order for them to maintain power. And this has been going on for thousands, since the beginning of, civilization, where people are lust for power. So but the thing is, as far as human beings are concerned in this society, in our current age, the more power you have we define power as having the ability to control other human beings, right? That's how we define power. So if there's nobody to control, if there's nobody under, submits to your authority, then people don't consider themselves to have power, or other people don't consider you to have power. So what people do is, when they do gain power through whatever usually twisted means that they, war, financially, the banking system now is really based on people going into debt, which is power over people. You basically make them your slaves, which is why in Deuteronomy, the book of Deuteronomy in the Bible, I think it's chapter 25. Moses laid down the laws for the Jews, that the Jews couldn't give loans to each other at interest, or charge or give food to somebody and say, well, you got to give me so much back. The Jews were not allowed to lend money to each other at interest, because if they weren't able to repay that loan and they were in debt to that person, whether that person had power over them, right? The creditor comes and says, well, look, you can't pay me back, so I got to take your land, I got to take your house, your wife, your cows, or whatever. So people, our society, we define power as having control over people, and the best way to do that is to control people's minds. This is one of the reasons why the ruler was worshipped as all-powerful and as a god in many cultures around the world. The aristocracy and the ruling elite, the monarchy, whoever, encouraged that type of behavior, because it centralized the power and the attention on them. So if you think I'm a god and you think you're nothing, right, you're going to look to me for whatever you need. You're going to see me as a supreme authority. And this has just been going on over and over again. So anyway, fast forward to today's society. Most people here in America don't realize that the government has been involved in, just like all governments, and been heavily involved in the study of how to control just mind control, brainwashing, what you would call social engineering, right, or subconscious influence of the masses, or whatever you want to call it. And they got this stuff down to a science. Now, mind control, or controlling people, or the control of another person's will without them knowing it and against their will, in the Bible is defined as witchcraft, right? Casting spells on people and doing any type of anything you do to influence somebody else, especially in a negative way, right? So you can gain power based off of their demise, or at their peril. That's witchcraft. That's from Satan. That's from the devil. That's why the Nazi SS war machine had the most advanced mind control scientists in the world, because the Nazi SS was not just a political party, it was a cult. Now they were in the, the black arts, Satanism, all type of black magic stuff, contacting demons. They call them enlightened beings, right? Ascended masters, but these were just demons being channeled by people. And when they brought those after the war, they experimented on people in the camps and stuff like that. And after the World War II, through Project Paperclip, right, the Nazi scientists, most of them were split between Russia and America, okay? So a lot of the mind control scientists came over here to America, which they really should have been tried for war crimes, but we brought them over here. And then they started the CIA, NSA, all these other covert secret groups, and it went on from there. So then they did really from Satanism. They get what's called trauma-based mind control, which is where you torture a person to the point where they either die or their mind splits off another personality, and it walls off the pain that person is experiencing in that personality, so that the rest of the person's conscious mind can still work without remembering that trauma. And if you do this enough times, you can split a person's personality several times, and that personality is like a clean slate. It doesn't have any values or hasn't been taught anything. You can do whatever you want to do to it to train that person's personality, and the other person's conscious mind doesn't know that that personality exists. So they mastered this, and it was from Satanism. Because the ruling elite controlled the media, the educational system, like I did some videos on that, in order for them to centralize their power, they created, basically these institutions in America, i.e. the media, the educational system, the sports world. A lot of this stuff is mind control, and they know people. They know there are certain traits that you can tap into, and that are human fallacies that encourage basically people's ability to not engage in reality. So I'll see me on part 2.